To change that thumbnail. That thumbnail looks like shit. Yo, 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 yo. I want to watch the chat so that, man, how come I can't see the chat, dude? This sucks. Ah, here it is. What's up, Shadow Codex? Dude, honestly, I just want to talk about this Josh Primo thing real quick because I never go live anymore. And I'm like, what is it? 7 o'clock. I'm watching games. I'm not going to make a video about this. Plus, I don't think enough people care about Josh Primo for me to make a whole video about this, but I think it's definitely worth going live. So I just want to talk about what just happened, and then I want to get what y'all's opinion is because you guys might be thinking of something that I'm not thinking of. So I'm going to wait till a few people jump in here, and then we're going to get it going. But for now, let's just talk in the comments. And once I think enough people have gotten in here, then we will really jump into the story. So what are y'all saying here? He has to have done something terrible. I totally agree. Primo to OKC, maybe. It's something deeper. Come home, Josh. Toronto can use him. Yeah, maybe. There's so many young teams right now. What are the Spurs doing? Did he kill someone? He definitely didn't kill someone. What's up, Casey? What do you think about the Thunder? I think the Thunder are too good to lose a million games. I think that Orlando is right now in the lead to get Victor, even though everyone's going to have a 14% chance in the bottom three. Westbrook for Josh Primo. He's already cut, bud. Haven't watched NBA. What I have missed. NFL better. Okay, yeah. We have like 300, 400 people. Let's just get this going, all right? So I just got a totally crazy notification that said that the Spurs cut Josh Primo, and it's crazy because he's only been on the team for a year. He's been in the league for a year. 19 years old. Y'all remember, I don't know about y'all's reaction when they drafted Josh Primo, but mine was like, who? What? I think everyone had the same reaction. Like, we're all like, wasted pick. Like, Alperen Şengün was sitting there at 12 that they could have had. And he's such a Spurs player, right? Like, Alperen Şengün is so like crafty and weird, like Boris Diaw. He's also an international player. They love internet, and they went with Josh Primo. And we were all like, okay, well, the Spurs see something we don't, because the Spurs usually with these, whenever it looks like the Spurs reach for a pick, like they know something we don't, like DeJounte Murray, or there's another one. I think like Devin Vassell. You know, like the Spurs know what they're doing when they're drafting. So we never actually got to see Primo on the court like that, right? But the craziest thing is that they picked up his third-year option and his fourth-year option, and so they're going to pay him $4 million this year and next year, and they picked up his option like a couple of weeks ago. So like just a couple of weeks ago, they felt good enough about him on the court and off the court to say, we're going to pick up your option early. Okay? And so like this doesn't happen. Like the only reason that a high first round pick ever gets cut is because he's not good at basketball, is because the team doesn't want to pick up his option. It's like Jalen Smith on the Suns or Dragon Bender on the Suns. Obviously, they traded Jalen Smith, but like this never happens. All intents and purposes, Spurs happy with him on the court. And then all of a sudden, like just absolutely, instantly, they cut him. And what I'm thinking of, it has to be something off the court. So it's something that violates team culture, or, it's I don't know about being a crime, because I feel like if it was a crime, we would have heard about it on the, like somehow on the news, like if Josh Primo was arrested for something serious, like we would have heard about that. So this is going to be more of like a attitude thing, a character thing, him, lashing out at a coach or a teammate, or maybe it's something that Josh Primo has been doing, and they basically said, if he does this one more time, we're going to cut him. You know what I mean? Something like that. One thing that comes to mind is what the Spurs do a lot is they send players down to the G League, and they do this with everybody. They don't care who you are. Like you could be, I'm trying to think of someone who they've sent down. It doesn't matter. Literally every single first round pick they send down to the G League. They don't care. They believe that that's where you develop if you're a super young player to get more minutes. and that they don't care about your ego and who you think you are. Like you're going to the G League. We don't care, right? So maybe Josh Primo had an issue with it, and he thought, look, by now I should be starting. By now I should be playing a bunch of minutes. And they were like, no, you need more development. You need to go to the G League. And maybe he flipped out on them. Maybe he refused to go. And maybe they're like, if you're going to refuse to go, you're just not going to be on our team. Maybe, I don't know. Or maybe, Greg Popovich, a lot of people don't like his abrasive nature. And maybe Josh Primo had an issue with authority. And, if you have an issue with authority, Pop is not the guy for you. He has a military background. That's how he coaches his teams. He also coaches his teams with like a loving side of it too, right? But he gets in everyone's face and he tells them how it is, and he doesn't pull punches, like especially in this era of player empowerment and players being pampered while they're going up. They're in AAU and the players are told, oh, you're the best when they're growing up. Pop comes from an old school style where he doesn't do that. And some players might not be used to that and they can't handle it. Their ego can't handle it. So maybe Josh Primo lashed out at Pop, maybe. I don't know. But there's some character culture thing that happened, and I don't think that it's a crime that he committed. It wasn't a drug thing. It wasn't a violence thing, because we would have heard about that. He would have been arrested, right? I think he would have been arrested. So, I think it's probably the G League thing, or it's probably lashing out because he didn't like the way he was being coached. Those are the only two things that I can think of. It makes it easier to cut a guy when he's just not that great. Like, let's be honest, Josh Primo, a year into the league, he wasn't anybody's, top 5 pick if we were to do a 2021 redraft. You know what I mean? So there was one other thing I wanted to say. Maybe it'll come back to me, but what do you guys think? The best thing they should have done was trade him. That's what I was going to say, Matthew. This is what I was going to say. The Spurs, what's cool about the Spurs is they don't care what the, I guess, right thing to do would have been, or the conventional thing to do. They don't care what the rest of the league is going to think or what fans think. They don't care. They're going to do it if they think it's the right thing to do. I think that's a badass attitude to take. Like obviously this looks bad. This is going to make them, you know what I mean? Like if you spend a top 12 pick on a guy and everybody's shocked you took him, and then you give up on him early, it's like, oh, that looks pretty bad. You guys look pretty bad. Like you blew that pick. But they don't have that pride as an organization to be like, well, we can't do it because it's going to look horrible. Like they don't care. And I love that. That's like my favorite. That's why the Spurs to me have my favorite culture. I mean them in the Heat. Anyway, that's the other thing I wanted to say. So what do you guys have to say? Do you have any theories? I've thrown out my theories. What trade value could you get for a guy who hadn't played much? I agree. It probably would have been a second-round pick. He was becoming the face of the Spurs. No, he wasn't, Gilbert. Gilbert's trolling me, and that's fine. That's what he does. Talent wins out, though. I agree, bro. I totally agree. Talent does win out. If he was better, then this wouldn't have happened, or they would have traded him. He needs to go to the Pistons. Drug issue? Maybe. I don't know. Does he have a background of that? I hope San Antonio gets Wembanyama. I do too. Either that or the Rockets, because I would love to be in the city where Wembanyama plays. Lakers could pick him up. Yes, they could. Casey, it's your boy, Michael Carrozza. Hey, what up, dog? Thank you for the super chat. I forgot to mention super chats. Why not? Best fit for Primo now. Somebody will pick him up. Best fit. Who needs a point guard? Who needs a 19-year-old developing point guard? I would say not the Rockets. They have plenty of point guards. Not the Magic. They have plenty of young point guards, especially when Markelle Fultz is good. The Thunder have SGA, and they have homeboy Josh Giddey. Hey, maybe the Pistons, Killian Hayes, I know he's playing not great still, and a lot of people have hope for Killian Hayes, but maybe Josh Primo could replace Killian Hayes. So that's my answer. All right, Wizards, T-Wolves, he just ain't that good. Yes, you're right, dude. Lakers better take this chance to take him, I guess. Overrated player. I'm not sure how many people rated him very high, dude. He's young, so whatever he did, he'll learn. I agree, Adi. It's just that's Adi. Maybe that's why this was a multiple time offense. I mean, that would just be tough. Like if you're 19 years old, you're right, dude. You think that you would learn? I had a lot of stuff when I was 19 years old that I did that I'm not proud of, but I'm a totally different person as an adult. And you think that the Spurs would see that? So maybe it was a multiple time offense. Another thing is that Greg Popovich is famous for saying that they bring in guys to the Spurs who are over themselves. So they bring in guys who don't have a big ego. That's Tim Duncan, that's Manu, that was Kawhi at one point. That's who they want to bring in, is guys who don't have a huge ego. And as soon as they get an ego, they get rid of them. I think of Steven Jackson. I think of Richard Jefferson. I think of DeJounte Murray. These guys they were kind of too cool for school. All of a sudden, they weren't a Spur. And Greg Popovich also likes to say that, they like to see that humility before they get in the door, because in his experience, you can't teach someone to lose their ego. That is who they are. So I think maybe that has something to do with it too, man. Spurs did him dirty, not going to lie. Yeah, man. I mean, it's tough, isn't it? I wish I knew more details. He would fit with the Warriors. Anyone would fit on the Warriors. He'll be on the Pacers. He probably committed a crime. I don't think so. Otherwise, we would have heard it if it was a crime. You know what I mean? Popovich had an attitude. Popovich attitude could be a problem with some of the players on board. I don't know. Any other super chats I would much appreciate, I have to buy that baby food and the diapers. Just kidding. Not going to lie, he is not a great player. It's true, dude. Warriors cut Curry for Primo. No. He looked jazzed with Mike Conley mentoring him. That's a great idea. I mean, dude, it depends on if he's a D-bag or not, I mean, this is really a red flag. Bear County can't release criminal issues until Monday. Yeah, but dude, there's plenty of sources and the police and things. People find out about things like that. But maybe you're right. Maybe it was a crime. Dude, you're totally right. It could have been. Full story will come out in time. Yes, it will. Show us your kid. Do you want me to? I kind of actually want to. Hold on. Do you want to see the baby or no? He's actually up. He should go play with Taco. No player should be. Primo mentoring Westbrook. What is your live stream? I don't have a live stream schedule. I probably should have one. Grizzly should take Josh Primo. Yes, let's see the baby. Okay, let's go see the baby. All right. Thanks, Robert. Okay, I'm going to have to tell my wife, so just chill out and wait. So I'm just going to tell my wife, you know what I'm saying? So just hold on. All right, let's go. Lil baby. All right, here we go. Hey, Chris.
Yeah.
People want to see the baby.
Okay. Who does? Oh, well, not with me.
Okay.
I don't want to be. Oh yeah, or me. National TV.
Ellie. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. Okay. All right. Well, pretty exciting, right? Baby hoops. Thanks, y'all. It's a he, by the way. It's a he. So you said your baby finna be in the WNBA. He's actually a he, but that's okay. Don't worry about that. He's 7 months old, so. Anyway, if y'all don't have, there is Ellison. Yes, Moots! Mr. JLC, baby. Okay, y'all, so, that's it. Thank you, Alex. That was so sweet, buddy. That was so sweet. What do you think of Mac McClung? What? I'm sorry. I never understood the hype about him, bro. I never saw the hype. Varun, I'm going to summarize quickly, all right, buddy? The Spurs cut 19-year-old Josh Primo 2 weeks after picking up his player option, which is wild, right? Which means that 2 weeks ago, they believed in him so much that they were planning on paying him this year, next year. And so they're going to pay him like $4 million, right? But the point is that whatever happened was sudden. And if it was a crime, we figure we would have heard about a crime, arrested for, I don't know, drugs, violence. And so if it wasn't a crime, then what would it be? It would be some violation of team culture. And my only two theories that I have are, one, that he felt too proud to go play in the G League. The Spurs put every single first round pick down in the G League. And Primo might have felt like, look, there are 5 19-year-olds on this team. I'm 19. I'm a first round pick. I should be on the big team. And if they were like, no, dude, you scored 6 points the other night. You need more development. If he told them, no, I'm not going, then maybe they were like, okay, well, you're going home. That's an option. And then my other option is that if he didn't like Pop's coaching style and he was kind of too proud to have Pop yell at him in his face, the way he does. Pop does both. He puts his arm around guys, but he also yells at guys, right? So, maybe he lashed back out at Pop, you know what I mean? And maybe he said something over the line. I don't know. But those are really my only two theories. So that's it, man. And I think hopefully we're going to find out more information, but the point is, the reason I wanted to go live here, Robert, you did not have to do that. Thank you. Just want you to get the baby. Thanks, dude. But honestly, dude, the reason why I felt like it was necessary to go live was that this is so shocking. I used to work with a guy named Don Harris in San Antonio, and he's been there for 35 years, and he's the shit. Like, he's the best, dude. He's so smart. He knows everything about basketball. He's brilliant, right? And he tweeted, "This is the most unbelievable thing I've ever seen in covering the Spurs for 35 years." And when I saw that, I was like, damn, like that's wow. And Woj called it unprecedented and jarring. So this is like, I don't want to say NBA history. I don't want to be overly dramatic, but like this is wild. And even though Josh Primo is not a big name, I just wanted to get on and talk. Why did you leave Channel 4 in San Antonio? Because I got a good opportunity with CBS in near Miami, and it was time to go, and it was great. Sports Fever! There's your shout out, buddy. All right. So that's it, man. Unless y'all have another theory for me, I'm going to go back to watching are the Lakers on yet? I was playing Prize Picks. Oh, by the way, y'all, look, this is just between us, okay? Just between us. If you've been thinking about doing Prize Picks, go on there and use my promo code AMHoops because they are sponsoring the channel and they send me like a report every week about how many people signed up. And obviously they're paying for commercials on AMHoops. And so not that I feel bad, but I really want to do well by them. And also, I'm playing Prize Picks every night, and it's super fun. Like tonight, I have Trae Young to go over his fantasy points, Cade Cunningham, Karl Anthony Towns. And like I was just watching the Pistons-Hawks game, and I was like glued to every possession like it was a playoff game. Like it was fun, right? But so anyway, if you're going to use Prize, if you were already going to, then please use the promo code because, whatever. All right, let's see. Anything else? Anything else? Cade is going off. Oh, dude, Cade? That's the other thing. Cade has been so great in this game. Cade Cunningham. So I did, on Prize Picks, I did more than his fantasy points, and he had over half of his projection in the first quarter. Like, Cade went off. It was great. So here's the deal, Colin. Do they not have Prize Picks? Because Prize Picks is actually technically classified as fantasy sports. It's not classified as sports gambling. So it's available in Texas, and sports gambling is not available in Texas, and I live in Texas. So anyway, Pascal. Is Pascal playing right now? Anyway. All right, that's all I got, y'all. I thought it was really fun hanging out. We should probably do this more often because I really enjoy chilling, talking to y'all. So, have a good night.